A lot of riders struggle with cornering, especially new riders, and a lot of the problems occur before the rider ever reaches the corner. So what they struggle with is entry speed. How do you know what the proper entry speed is before you get to the corner? This week on MCrider, I'll share with you the proper entry speed for every corner you'll ever face out on the street. Hey, my name's Kevin. I'm the host here at MCrider, where I release a weekly video on motorcycle skills and or road strategy to help make you a better rider. I hope you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. You'll get notifications for every new video. And if you want to get more involved, consider supporting the channel on Patreon or as a YouTube member. You'll get access to the forum and the field guides where we continue this conversation and get more involved in the subject. So I gave you a pretty bold statement at the beginning of this video that I'd give you the proper entry speed for every corner out on the road, right? So what is that proper entry speed? Well, it's easy. It's 20 miles per hour, right? So it doesn't matter your skill level. It doesn't matter how sharp the curve is. Your entry speed should always be 20 miles per hour. No, that can't be right. Right? Some corners are 180-degree switchbacks. Some corners are broad and wide. Some riders are brand new. Other riders have a whole lot of experience going through a corner. So how can you know what the proper entry speed is before you ever reach that corner? Well, I can guarantee you that a safe entry speed for Valentino Rossi is not a safe entry speed for me going around a corner. It differs by riders and by rider experience. In our cornering series here on MCrider, we had 4 videos talking about cornering a motorcycle and the very specific steps in doing that. So if you remember what those steps were in the basics of negotiating a corner, it was slow, look, press, roll. So prior to the corner, you slow. So we're talking about getting our entry speed. You look, turning your head and eyes, looking through the corner in the direction you want the motorcycle to go. You press on the hand grip of the side that you want the motorcycle to go. So if I'm turning right, I'm going to press out or down on that right hand grip. Motorcycle's going to lean to the right, and then I'm rolling on the throttle. I'm either increasing speed slightly or I'm at least maintaining speed with maintenance throttle through the corner. And that roll is the key to knowing what our entry speed should be at the front end of the corner. So we're using that slow look, press, and roll technique, and that's why it's important to practice this out on a parking lot so that you can figure out what that slow or what that speed is for you and the corner that you're attempting to go around. So I'm going to slow to that entry speed. I'm using the front and the rear brakes, slowing to that entry speed, but I'm slowing down enough so that on the last step of this roll, I can roll on or maintain throttle through the corner. If I approach a corner and I slow down, I look, I press, I begin rolling on the throttle, and I realize that this corner is much sharper than what I was anticipating or much sharper than I feel comfortable going around, and I have to roll off the throttle, that's going to mess my cornering up. It's going to make it look sloppy. It's going to give you a hard time of keeping the motorcycle in the path that you want it to be in. So next time for a corner that's similar to that, you need to slow down a little bit more. If I get into a corner and I slow down, I look, I press, I'm rolling on the throttle, and I realize that my speed is too slow and I'm really having to roll on the throttle, or the bike is not stable because I don't have enough momentum to get through that corner. Next time, experiment with not slowing down quite so much and rolling on or maintaining the throttle through the corner so that that bike has that nice smooth arc going through the corner. But the key is slowing down enough so that you can look, press, and roll. That roll is important. You're either rolling on the throttle or you're maintaining throttle through that corner. That roll is what determines how much you should slow down. And that's all based on your rider experience and the type of corner that you're attempting to negotiate. So the sharper the corner, the more you want to slow down. The less experienced you are, probably you want to slow down a little bit more. So an experienced rider is not going to have to slow down as much because they're more comfortable leaning the motorcycle over through the corner, and they can roll on through the corner at higher speeds and feel more comfortable doing so. So the next time you get out on the street, or even better, the next time you get out on a parking lot, practice that cornering, that slow look, press, and roll technique with different arcs of corners, sharper corners, wider corners, and get a feel for how much you need to slow the motorcycle down so you can press, look, and roll on the throttle through that corner and help make your cornering a whole lot smoother. So do you have an incident where you came into a corner too hot, or you were a new rider and you're struggling with coming into corners too slow, which makes you a hazard to negotiate the corner smoothly and with other traffic out on the street because they're expecting to corner at road speed? So remember, if you're going through that corner too slow, you become a hazard doing that as well. So tell us your experience below. Leave a comment below. If you want to get more involved, we'll continue this discussion over on the forums. And until next week, guys, this is Ken with MCrider, and we'll see you on the road. MCrider is made possible by our friends on Patreon. To learn how to support MCrider, get access to the field guide and the forums, go to mcrider.com/support.